Hi, everybody. Sherri Leopold here. So excited to be back with another Wow Warrior honoree for 2026. Welcome, Helen Eimers.
Hello, Sherri. So good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and congratulations. For those of you, if you don't know, a Wow Warrior is a woman of worth warrior. And Helen is absolutely, definitely one of those women who stands up and stands out as that unrepeatable miracle that she is. And we're going to learn a little bit more about Helen. And the first thing I want to ask you, Helen, is what does it mean to you to be a woman of worth warrior?
What that means to me to be a woman of worth warrior is to just be and trust in my true self. And that can be hard to do when there's a lot of voices, when there's a lot of noises. And so knowing that I'm worthy, no matter what my followers say, no matter how many clients I have, no matter what my bank account says, not letting that mean anything about my worth.
It's wonderful. And it's such a powerful statement. Just had a conversation with somebody right before this that is going to enjoy hearing that. So thank you so much for sharing that. I think that really shows who you are, Helen. So I want to ask you, what moment most shaped your journey into owning your own worth? It usually, sometimes women will point to some specific things or an incident that really was an epiphany for them or whatever. Is there something specific that jumps out to you?
So I would say most specifically is practicing gratitude. And that sounds so simple. But when I started the habit of practicing gratitude every day, it just opened my mind to the possibilities of what is and becoming very aware. For most of my life, I wasn't aware. I was just like going through the motions. I was always a really cool cat, really cool person to hang out with, lots of energy, lots of love, the raw cheerleader, but I wasn't even aware of some of the thoughts that were holding me back. So this isn't about like how I think a lot of women are like, how can I fix this about myself? It's like, how can I become more aware of things that are happening so that I can get to that next level? And gratitude did that for me. It was like a daily prayer and appreciation of, wow, look at how far I've come. Because as high achievers, we're always focusing on what we didn't get done or what we still want to do or what's next. And so that level of gratitude really just helped me to own my worth. And that's why I love helping women celebrate themselves because we could focus all day on the things we didn't get done, or we could say, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at who you've become. Look at who you are becoming. And then also speak to yourself from that future you.
I love that. And that's 100%. We are sisters from another mister, whatever the saying is. Everybody watching is, oh, that's why she likes her. Anyway, thank you so much. What a beautiful answer. And gratitude is a huge part of my teachings as well. So it doesn't surprise me that is a huge part of your growth process. So you touched on this a little bit. So Helen, who is it that you feel called to serve, and why do you feel called to serve that population or that person?
I feel called to serve women who have a big mission and a vision. Who is that? Typically entrepreneurs, women who know that they are meant for more, who just have this fire in their belly, yet they might continue to say that they want to do something or dream about it, but they're not taking action, right? Or they set something up and they find that they keep falling into old habits or old patterns. And so I help women break free from that. I help women see the other side of that. I help women see and know their worthiness. And I love to activate. I love to help women activate. Many of us get in this rut where it's like, oh, I want to escape the feelings that are hard, right? We do that with avoiding or being productive and procrastinating, right? It's the women I work with get a lot done, but are they getting the right things done that move the needle? And so I love to help women activate by physically shifting, right? The I called it the law of inertia. That's not right. But Newton's first law of motion, right? Is that if an object stays at rest, it will stay at rest. And if an object has motion, it will move. So a lot of us get paralyzed. We don't even know this is happening, right? But this looks like avoidance. This looks like kind of dodging the bullet. This looks like shifting away from doing something hard because it feels really uncomfortable. So how can we start that momentum? physically move, clap your hands, throw your arms in the air, look at yourself in the mirror and see your reflection, right? Like any form of physical movement, and it can be simple. You don't have to escape for a yearly sabbatical. You don't have to drink a bottle of wine. You don't have to say, oh, I need 4 hours of time to like find my motivation. I teach women to do this very quickly and intentionally. And if you've ever read the book, The Alter Ego, it might be something as simple as like putting on a pair of glasses. I love this concept of seeing yourself through the lens of love, which is exactly how God sees us. And so the whole concept is teaching women to see themselves differently. And women who serve others often are stuck in patterns of where they don't have boundaries, or they do a lot of people pleasing, or they feel bad about raising their prices. And we work through all of those sticky areas so that women can contribute and serve even more in this world.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I work very much in the same lane. So I'm like over here going, yes. I think you could all see why she is a wow warrior for 2026. So let's talk now about who is it? Because obviously people are getting the understanding that you are an incredibly inspiring woman yourself. But I want to ask, who is it? What woman is it that has inspired your life or women and the way that you lead? Is there somebody that you would point to or people that you would point to? Women, I should say.
Yeah, there's a few for sure. First off is my mother. She passed away when I was 4 years old. And I carried so much anger and resentment and why me? And that was hard, as you can imagine, right? Very tender time in my life to lose my mother. But the older I get and the more I do this work of really just disconnecting to reconnect is what I like to call it, right? Which can be hard for high achievers, right? When someone says take a break or practice gratitude or meditate or visualize what this looks like, that can be hard. And but when I stepped into that place or those places, I felt really connected to my mother, and she gave me a gift. And if you read my chapter in the change book, it talks about this gift that she gave me. She held up a mirror and showed me that I was her gift. And so she definitely inspires me every single day. I also have an incredible group of mentors and women who have lifted me up as I've been on my coaching journey. I actually left my full-time job as a nurse to pursue coaching. Most of the people in my life thought I was insanely crazy, but I like to say I'm building a faithfully fascinating life. And what does that look like? It looks different for everyone. But my first coach, a few of my first coaches, one was Heather College, and she helps nurses start coaching businesses. And what she did for me is she believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. And that's what a good coach, like that's who, those are the women you want to surround yourself with. Those are the wow women. Those are the warrior women who believe and support you so fiercely, even in those times where you don't believe in yourself. So she helped open my reality to many things. And another one of my very integral coaches and friend is Jess McKinley. And she coaches the most interesting women in the world. And every time I talk to her, it's just, oh, I never thought of it like that, or I can think of it like that. And so it's just been a space of surrounding myself with women always who think differently, who think bigger, who believe in themselves and their mission in this world so fiercely and faithfully that there's just no question. And someone asked me recently, what is the secret to your success? And I'm like, I didn't give up. I just kept going, even when it was hard, even when I felt like nobody was listening or watching, even when still sometimes I post something and no one shows up. I keep showing up always. So I encourage you to do the same.
Absolutely inspiring and 100%. Thank you so much for sharing that, Helen. And I think that's the C in my 5 pillars is community. And that is what I view the Wow Warrior community as well as those women that you're exactly speaking of. And it's so important. And started the entire platform because my mother did not have that wow warrior, that woman
Mm,
around her that she needed. And so, as we shine a light on beautiful women like you who are living their legacy out loud, we are providing that beautiful, inspirational role model. So, thank you for that.
yeah.
So, how would you help a woman who was feeling some self doubt or was self bullying, is what I call it, speaking negatively to herself? and help them stand in their worth, what would be a word of guidance that you would give that woman?
I could tell them everything that I believe about them, but that doesn't necessarily create belief. What creates belief is women finding the truth about themselves. And so when I got certified in conscious heart hypnotherapy, it was exactly that. It's basically a space where I help women connect with their heart, connect with their true self to find that truth. Because our mind, our beautiful brains get so busy trying to believe all of the things that we think are true. And most of the things that we think are not true. So again, I can be a champion. I can share. I can be like, you're amazing. I believe in you. But when I can help women break through to find and foster that belief for themselves, everything changes. And that's exactly the work I do in conscious heart hypnotherapy and in coaching, right? A good coach is going to make you feel a little uncomfortable at times because they shine light. We shine light on the story is in your mind, what the story is as you're speaking, and you're living that out, right? And so it's all about being aware, right? Gratitude and awareness. We don't even know that we're saying those stories and holding ourselves back. So I love to help women on a deep level through conscious heart hypnotherapy and, of course, talk coaching and saying, oh gosh, can you just write that thought down? I just want you to read it out loud. Because most of us just don't do that. It just keeps replaying in our brain and it's exhausting. And so it's really time to become aware of what you're saying and surrounding yourself with women who are going to do that in a supportive, encouraging way without judgment is the bomb. It is amazing. It will provide and create so much growth for you.
Absolutely. Sounds like what I refer to as the ACE, which is aware that you're doing it, changing the behavior to see, and evolving. Yes,
100%.
we got that. Yes, absolutely. So I want to ask you, as a wow warrior for 2026, what message is it that you would share with a woman who absolutely knows that she is meant for more, which you referenced, but is still hesitating, still, oh, can I do it? What encouragement would you like to share with her if she's watching?
So, one of the themes that I talk about pretty frequently is that you are the gift. And so, as you were asking that question, I've never like really visualized this before. I just had this vision of opening a present, a gift. And so, anyone who's watching, I just encourage you to just close your eyes or leave your eyes open and just imagine if you were to open the gift of you, what's inside? And have fun with it and play with it and dream about it and believe it wholeheartedly. And one of my clients recently was like, I wish I could follow you around for a day because I do weird stuff to help change my thoughts. You can either continue your days and your habits as they are, or you can choose to shift them. And to be able to do that in an effective and fun, right? The work that I do is fierce, fun, and flowy, right? If you're not having fun, what are you even doing? So we do quirky things to help our brains think differently. And so I want you to just imagine like you're the most beautiful gift and it's all wrapped up. There's a beautiful bow and you open it and what's inside? And it's incredible.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I always say stand up and stand out is the unrepeatable miracle that you are because there's not another one like you. I say you're a
Yes.
snowflake. It's very similar. A gift, a snowflake, one of
Yes.
so that's awesome, Helen. Thank you. And how empowering. I hope people will we're gonna clip that one out so people can listen to it over and over. That was beautiful.
Awesome.
I know that people are gonna be inspired from hearing from you. Where would you like to have people connect with you, Helen?
Great question. So I hang out most on Facebook. It's fun for me to go live to share. I love to share my energy with others. And so you can find me on Facebook, message me like it's me. I love to send voice memos because that's how I express myself. And I encourage you too, whatever form of communication lights you up, do that, use that, share that. So on Facebook, you can find me and message me there, or you can hop over to my website at heleneimers.com and see what I have going on over there. Lots of great opportunities. I have a retreat coming up, and I also support women in the Amplify Academy so they can come to rooms with this energy and these thought shifts that will literally change your life and your business, and it will amplify your income, your energy, and your influence in this most beautiful world.
Love that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Helen, for sharing all your gems of wisdom today. You truly are an amazing woman. And I want to say again, congratulations on being a WOW warrior for 2026. We are honored to have you as part of the community.
Thanks. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. And if anyone wants to learn more about the WOW Warrior Network, you can go to sherrileopold.com, and we'll see you on the next interview.